Good Erev Shabbos. Today is not Friday. No matter what your calendar might say, not Friday. Today is Erev Shabbos. We are turning our Friday into Erev Shabbos. I want to thank our generous sponsors of Turn Friday to Erev Shabbos, Mendon Tzipora Fishman, Schutz for Chai Rivka Bas Tzipora Friedel, in memory of Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs, Rabbi Yaakov Tzvi Ben David Aryeh. Get ready to taste the Noam HaNeshamos. Shabbos is the pleasantness of our neshama. Neshama is on fire. So grateful. So we're joining together to turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos, and I want to share with you a beautiful teaching of Rav Druck, Rabbi Yisrael Meir Druck, who was in Boca recently, and who's wonderful in Sefer Lahavos Eish on our Parshas Terumah. Though whenever you're listening to this, whenever you're watching this, it doesn't have to be relevant to this Parsha. It is relevant each and every week. Torah tells us, Hashem tells us, make for me a mikdash, and I will dwell in them. We shift from the singular to the plural. It's not just an edifice, a building, but it's us. Hashem dwells in each and every one of us. The attitude and the mentality and the approach that we bring, we are the vehicle. We are that living, that vibrant, that dynamic, that walking mikdash. We give Hashem a dira here bitachton. And we say in our Zmiros and Shabbos, Ohavei Hashem, those who love Hashem, who are waiting and longing for the building of the Beis Hamikdash. If you're waiting and longing for the building of the Beis Hamikdash, then you're entitled to rejoice in Shabbos. So already we see from the Paitan, we see from the author of this Zemer that there's a connection between the Beis Hamikdash and Shabbos. What the Beis Hamikdash is in space is what Shabbos is in time. We're able to tap into and immerse ourselves in sanctity when we walk into the Mikdash, and we immerse ourselves in sanctity when we truly experience Shabbos. And Rav Druck here in this beautiful piece, in his new Sefer Lahavos Eish, he elaborates and he shares 13 parallels. We don't have time for them all, but 13 similarities, 13 parallels between the Beis Hamikdash and Shabbos, and it can help us turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos. Because Chevra, we're counting down, we're counting up to Shabbos, we're counting up to going into the Beis Hamikdash. Imagine I told you today's not Friday, today is the day you're walking into the Beis Hamikdash. Wow! The preparation we'd make, the anticipation that we would have, the excitement that we'd feel. We're walking into the Beis Hamikdash, that place of holiness and sanctity, the place of connection to Hashem. Wow, we'd be so excited. We couldn't be occupied with anything else. We wouldn't be distracted. We'd be fully invested and involved, fully anticipating and preparing to walk into the Beis Hamikdash. Well, that's what Shabbos is. When we turn our Friday into Erev Shabbos, we are turning Friday into getting ready to walk into the Mikdash called Shabbos. And here are 13 parallels. Number one, we'll go through them somewhat quickly. Number one, Lamites Malachos. Where do we learn what's forbidden on Shabbos? Where do we learn the 39 categories of creative labor? Whatever was considered creative labor to build that Mishkan, the physical edifice of holiness, is what's considered creative labor that we refrain and abstain from in order to experience holiness in time. Number two, the kapar al kol avonosenu. The purpose of the Beis Hamikdash is kaparas avonos. We're forgiven, we atone, we repair, we do a reset, and we get to start again. And the same is true with Shabbos. Shabbos, the Gemara in Shabbos tells us, person who davens on Friday night and says, Vayechulu, we are accompanied by angels. Shabbos is like the Beis Hamikdash. It atones for us. These angels declare, Tichupar, Chatosecha, Tichupar, we are forgiven. It is atoned for. We can repair the mistakes we've done for the week. So when we turn Friday into Erev Shabbos, we walk into that sacred sanctity of Shabbos in time. Then we also atone for whatever mistakes we made the week before. Number three, the lighting of a menorah. The Beis Hamikdash, the Mishkan, had a menorah, a candelabra. It illuminated the world. And on Friday night, we transitioned into Shabbos by lighting the Shabbos candles. The Arizal, based on Sod, is quoted in the Mishnah Berurah Siman Reish Samach Gimel that there is a mitzvah of the husband, when there is a husband, to prepare and kindle the candles so they'll easily light and they're ready to go when there is a wife to light the candles. Rabbi Kiva Eger says that's the pshat. We say Friday night in Bameh Madlikin, there are three causes for a woman to pass away during childbirth. Why don't we just say Nida, Chala, and Ner? Why Bahadlakas Haner? Rabbi Kiva Eger derives from here. We don't say Hafrasha Sachala, we say Chala. We say Nida. So we should say Ner for it to be fully parallel. Why do we say Hadlakas Haner? Because you see that She is the one who lights the candles, but the husband is the one who sets them up and prepares them. And where do we learn this from? We learn it from the Beis Hamikdash, that a zar, even a non-Kohen, can set up and prepare the candles, So the Shabbos candles Friday night, the attitude, we're turning our Friday into Erev Shabbos, the attitude that we bring, we're going to light the Shabbos candles, is this is a Beis Hamikdash. Our home is transformed to a place and a vehicle, an instrument of sanctity. And just like the Beis Hamikdash, there were candles burning, tamid, the candelabra, the menorah was illuminating. We light those Shabbos candles and we illuminate. We dispel the darkness with light, and we bring shalom bayis, we bring peace into our home. And the same parallel halacha that applied within the Beis Hamikdash, the Mishkan, applies within our home. Our home is a mikdash ma'at. Our home is a miniature Mishkan and mikdash, and Shabbos is in time what the Beis Hamikdash was in space. So we saw 3 so far. Number 1, where we learn the Lamitas Malachos. Number 2, kapara. Shabbos can bring forgiveness and atonement when we reflect on the week and we want to come back. Number 3, light. The lights, the candelabra, the menorah. Number 4, shulchan of 4 legs. The Yari HaKadosh and the Shara Kavanos says that just like the Beis Hamikdash had a shulchan, there was a table, it was a place of hospitality, so too the shulchan of Shabbos, tzarich lios ben arba raglayim. Just like the shulchan of the Beis Hamikdash, it has to have 4 legs. We have all kinds of fancy tables and a base in the middle. And I'm not saying it's a halacha, but the Ari HaKadosh Kabbalistically had a concept that the shulchan has to physically resemble the shulchan of the Beis Hamikdash. At our home, in our homes, our shulchan, what do we talk about? What do we sing? Who do we host? Are we generous? Just like the shulchan of the Beis Hamikdash was a place of generosity and it was a place of abundance, so too within our homes is the shulchan that place of abundance. Is it that place of generosity? Is it the place of generosity? We'll pick up with it next week, but there are 13 parallels between the Beis Hamikdash and Shabbos, relevant not only for Parshas Terumah, but relevant for each and every Shabbos of our lives. If we want to transform our home into a mikdash, it's on Shabbos. We enter and immerse ourselves in the sanctity of Shabbos. We disconnect from the world and connect to what matters. And that's why there are all these parallels between them, because Shabbos is that connection to Mikdash. We should all be zocha to connect to the holy Mikdash, to feel elevated and enriched and heightened and holy. Should hear Besoros Tovos, should be a Shabbos of Chizak, a Shabbos of Bracha, a Shabbos of peace, a Shabbos of victory. Should be a Shabbos of Besoros Tovos, only good news.